Hello everyone, my name is Raman. Let's continue looking at some instructive games. So this is a game that was played between Edouard versus Daskalov. Edouard is white has a rating of 2628 and black is 2332 rated. So let's see how the game went. So white played d4, black replied d5, c4, e6, and after nf3, c6, queen c2, knight f6, bishop g5, queen a5 check, and bringing the bishop back, d2, queen c7, e3, bishop d6, knight c3, nbd7, rook c1, a6, c takes, e takes. So black is delaying taking on c4, and so that black cannot black doesn't develop his bishop immediately. I mean with capture. So black is waiting for white to play either bishop d3 or even bishop b2 in some cases, so that whenever he takes whenever he captures a d takes c4, then the bishop has to move again. So so that's the reason white is playing delaying his development of f1 bishop. He played rook c1 so that he's waiting for black to capture, and finally he has captured himself. He takes d5 and then he played bishop d3. So from this we can see that uh, white has pawns on a2 and b2, and this is not a completely Carlsbad pawn structure, but a kind of semi-standard looking Carlsbad pawn structure. White's main attack will be like a3, b4, or no, or even rook b8 followed up with a4 by b4, b5, or something like that. Yeah. So queen d8, black played queen d8, h3, castles, rook e8. Um, I mean, um, yeah. So one important thing to note. Let's stop and look at this. One important thing to note is, white's idea is to play something like rook f1 and then follow it up with e4, have open the position up, e4, e5, or else even if captures. His pieces will all come into play, and I'm sorry, his pieces will all come into play. Yeah. Rook f1, as his main idea is to play e4 and liberate his position, and h6, a3, a5. Yeah, a3 with the idea of going a4, a5 stopping, taking control of b4 square, rook b1. Yeah. So yeah, white can immediately play e4 here, but he's just waiting for the right moment. He can play right now, but he's still waiting. See, for he's just waiting and seeing what how black will react. So that's the reason. um, Rook b1, and yeah, queen is here. Black played queen e7. Uh, uh, the best move according to engines and is knight b6. Just just trying to maybe trying to get maybe trying to trying to control the squares, or follow it up with even a4, so that b4 even becomes more difficult, something like that. uh, but not clear, but yeah, but the move played in the game is clearly weak. uh, right now he's right now the main idea is to control b4 square. B4 is not possible yet. So one two three pieces are controlling, and only two pieces are support three pieces are defending and two pieces are only attacking, so it is not possible yet to play b4. Hence, and now notice that the rook and queen are aligned on the same file. Hence it is a very good time to play e4. That's the reason queen e7 is a bad move. I think knight b6 should have been played, and yeah, d takes e4, knight takes e4, knight takes, rook takes, queen f8, and rook takes e8, queen takes e8, rook e1, queen f8. So okay, let's stop here again, and let's look at what has happened right now. although white has an isolated pawn, but he's in control of he's controlling of e file. He's controlling the e file, and this long diagonal is pretty much I mean, if the bishop is somewhere, I mean, if the bishop is on either on b1 or the queen is on e4, he'll be threatening checkmate. So that's one thing to note. And the bishop is also very good. I mean, he's also having a very good scope. Sacrifice. I mean, the sacrifices are always on air in these kind of position. So yeah, one important thing to note is whenever you are having an isolated pawn, isolated queen's pawn or something like that, you must attack. You cannot defend passively, and I mean, and cannot win. So your position will become even more and more difficult if you are playing passively. So that's one important thing to note here. So white is trying to attack and black is trying to defend in these kind of position. Generally, general ideas. So yeah, so yeah, here bishop c4. Why bishop c4? Bishop c4 with the idea of bishop a2, and then come back, and then we'll be having a battery of bishop and queen. So yeah, knight b6 was played now, but I think knight f6 must have been played at least to control to control h7 square. I think that would have been a better try. Yeah, but knight b6, bishop a2, knight d5, and knight e5. But yeah, here white play knight e5. But although bishop b1, I mean bishop b1 with us with the idea of checkmating is also. I'm sorry. I'm sorry again. Oops, I got it right now. So I mean the natural looking one bishop b1 would have been also good. Uh, so let's look at what happened. What would have happened if we played bishop b5, bishop b5, g6, queen c1, queen c1. Notice that h6 pawn is covered by queen on f8. So that's one thing to note. Queen c1, h5, bishop h6, and I think this is much. I mean, this is better for definitely this is better for white, because I mean, white has many weakness around his king, and his pawn structure is, I mean, his pawns are advanced, and yeah, this is definitely this is better for white. So yeah, let's look at what happened in the game. After knight d5, knight e5 was played, and bishop e6, bishop b1, g6. Yeah, so I think again making some pawn moves where you are weak, uh, and where your opponent is trying to attack is only accelerates your opponent's uh, attack. So that's the reason I think knight f6 must have been tried. Knight f6 is far better than what has been played in the game. I mean, we can understand that instead of trying to control the h7 square, what happens if we close the diagonal? That's I mean, that would have been the idea of black, but still knight f6 should have been played. For example, let me show you what would have happened if knight f6. If knight f6, knight g4, bishop takes, yeah, knight g4 with the idea of exchanging, and either something like maybe takes, and again, I'm sorry, again there is a checkmate threat on h7. So yeah, bishop takes c4, h takes c4, and I mean um, now I mean g4 is coming, and bishop takes is hard to reckon with. So let's say rook e8, and I mean takes, queen takes, and if g4. I mean, this is okay. This is Indian skew is slightly advantage to white, but I think this is okay than what has been played in the game. So after bishop b1, g6, knight takes g6, yeah, and knight takes g6, and here black played queen g7. Let's see what would have happened if f takes g6, queen takes g6, queen g7, queen takes e6, and yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, if f takes e6, queen takes e6, queen g7, and queen takes e6 check, and again this bishop is also falling, and I think black can pretty much resign here. So so yeah, after g6, after knight takes g6, knight h4, I'm sorry, knight takes g6, queen g7 was played, and queen after queen just on knight h4. Yeah, why knight h4? Why knight h4? Now, as you can as you can see, there is a subtle threat of capturing on h3 and mating on g2. So that's the reason knight h4. Knight h4 with the idea of protecting the g2 square. So after bishop takes h3, now the material is equal for, the number of pawns and everything is equal for both white and black. So, but the king safety is important here. King f1. I think this is a very good move. King f1, getting out of any nonsense threats. So now again, white is threatening to capture the bishop on h3. So bishop d7, he has to retreat back. So after knight f5, bishop takes f5, queen takes f5. Yeah, if after knight f5, if he doesn't capture and if he tries to move something like this, then there is a checkmate threat available. Yeah, there is a checkmate check available. Also, bishop is also hanging. We can capture the bishop and do something like that. So it's important to note that knight f5, bishop takes f5, queen takes f5. Yeah. So also one yeah, the rook is very good controlling the e file, which is not allowing to black king to escape to the other side of the board. So yeah, bishop f5, bishop f8, rook e4, rook e4 with the idea of pinning the queen to the king. So yeah, note that almost every piece is attack. Every piece is in the attack. The only last piece, the only last piece that isn't contributing to the attack is the rook. So white brings the last piece. Rook e4, knight e7, queen d7. So now, yeah, well, let's look at the position again. White's pieces are much more far active than black's pieces, and black is literally black is literally losing here. White is threatening rook j4 and winning the queen. So although the material is equal, I think black is virtually lost here. It's a movement. It's yeah, f5 trying to control the g4 square. Rook e3, queen f6, rook g3 check. And here also queen takes b7, and taking all the pawns is also good, not bad. Is also completely fine. Rook g3 check, bishop g7. Yeah, what happens if instead of bishop g7, if king h8, bishop f4 with the threat of bishop e5, with the threat of bishop e5. So I think bishop g7 is a better move than king h8. Bishop g7, bishop a2 check, king h7. Again, if again king h8, then simple again bishop f4 and then follow it up with bishop e5. And so note that rook is also aiming at that bishop on g7. So king h7, queen takes b7, rook d8, bishop takes a5, rook e8, queen d7, and black has resigned. He is already 2 pawns down, and he is still under tremendous pressure. And he's all. When I analyzed when I give this position to engine to analyze to evaluate this position, it gave +5. So +5, I think. White is winning here. There is no doubt. Even with simple threats, white is winning. So with simple play, white is winning here. So so yeah, that's all in this video. So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.